just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we punch. Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here. It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in score between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now third down and 6 to go.
That's a defense. You're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good decision in the end to pull and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found him.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens, 29 yards. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the... zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs.
The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. The slot man in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert off of play action. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Touchdown! Taylor Boyd from 8 yards out.
And the Chargers have moved out in front.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a third down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. He'll drop to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That gain on third down, good for 28. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Throw left side, held in by Pickens. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Harris going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards and take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Austin.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And according to next-gen stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
That's pulled in at the 32. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
From the 17, Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Here's Herbert. Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He gets it complete to Harris.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. 23 yards the pickup there. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, it might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
But I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger.
He's got him in, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
down. Spiller looking for space.
A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Slot man moves right.
Here's Herbert. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Chargers 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Herbert.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Steps away to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll look to throw.
He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now in the game, Jones.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at the 50. The 30.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
In motion goes the tight end.
They'll run here with Spiller. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The offense on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Herbert. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Austin. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Moore, the man in motion. 2nd and 3. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. Back to throw here. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We're definitely seeing some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them would be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert now. Looking middle, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Herbert going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Herbert to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert. Flush to his right. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Herbert. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Herbert. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
2nd and 6. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing, Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pointed out in the air. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.